Today I will talk about honesty. Honesty is indeed a very important issue, but how can we make the distinction between truth and lies? How can we know when someone is lying or telling the truth? First, we had to realize ourselves that we have in our head a whole idea about honesty. And there are put in a lot of thoughts, visions, wishes, expectations, even from outside, from society, from the places and the culture where we are growing up. A lot of bunch of ideas, even with our deception when persons are in the past were lying to us, or when people are saying the truth. That's a whole conception in our head, what is honesty. And so, with that conception, we go to a person, hello, and we ask him the question, are you honest? It should be a little bit funny, but it shows exactly the level where it all happens. So we ask the question, are you honest? And we stand before a liar. He would ask nothing, but said, yes indeed, I'm very honest. I like to be honest with you. Liars are very intelligent and had to learn lies. They know how to play into our conception. They read all our thoughts, and so they can even manipulate it. But when we go to a honest person with the same question, are you honest? Then the honest person would see deep in our eyes, take a moment of reflection, and would say, okay, I will trust you. You want to know if I'm honest? Okay, look yourself. Look, see through me if I'm really honest. That learns two things. First, it had to be on both sides. If one said, look in me, and the other don't open himself, he is not able to look inside the other, because he's closed to from. There's a wall between the two persons, and a wall not allow to look through it. A wall not only protect a person to be safe, to not be hurt, but also enclosed him. He's not able to go outside, to look outside. He's a prison of his own strategy. So, it's not a question of, I will trust you, I will open me, if you go first. First, please do. A honest person would then also again take a deep think and said, okay, I give you the benefit of the doubt, and I will do it first. Okay, now it's your turn. And so it had to be reciprocal. Also the other had to respond the trust with trust of his own. The second thing is that this openness is necessary to be able to make a connection. It's only words, it's only talking, it's a connection from brain to brain. But when you open yourself and you show yourself, you can make a connection from heart to heart, from soul to soul. You let your heart also speak. You let your soul also doing the talking, not only your brain. So, is it dangerous? Yes. We can be hurt. There's no more defense between us and the other. Are we, for the same reason, a possible victim throw at the goodwill of the other? No. We always have our own power to say, don't mess with me, do not that, don't. But we had to give and to dare to give that sign. And we had to believe in ourselves before we want that our belief of our trust would given us by the other. We are not dependent, we are autonomous. We had to realize ourselves another big question, that lies grow, feed in the dark. When there's light of sincerity, of honesty, they disappear, they dilute, they shrink, or they are make them away. So we are not at all powerless when we open ourselves. And we have a lot of tools to defend ourselves against a whole bunch of troubles. We have a truth detector, we have a bullshit detector in all our body and all our mind and all our feelings, our guts, our heart, our intuition, our antennas, even indeed our brain, who can cope with some information and give interpretation of things. Oh, you said that, okay, I will think about it and will reflect. And so I consider it to come to my own conclusion. That's a healthy way to go with the flow of life. Because when we are closed, because we are feared, we could be hurt or what, there's something so bad that can happen, but we can fear it, then we close ourselves from life self. There's no longer an interaction between us and the outside world. Inside world, outside world. They are connected and they both influence themselves. There's a whole dynamic between ourselves and the others. Not only in joy, but also in confrontations. That is information which is not so pleasant, but it's truthful. So, what is truthful should not be not only pleasant. The truth can be very confrontational and be very unpleasant. But, okay, It's a learning process, so we can grow. If we close ourselves, we can no longer grow. We hold on a status quo that we want to preserve, to be safe, and we think therein we are safe, but in fact we only show a little version of ourselves, a mini-me, and not the whole real me. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to open yourself. You can be hurt, but that's the risk you had to take. Don't be afraid to show you like you are really, with your thoughts, your feelings, your soul. Let touch your soul. Show yourself in all your colors. Don't be afraid, don't hold it back. What could happen? You had nothing to lose. That's what I want to say today about honesty. It's a whole story. So I wish you peace of mind and see you next time.